Happy Saturday! Today I want to talk about a topic I've been wanting to talk about for a long time. I've just been really nervous about talking about it, and I finally decided that it's time. It's time to go there. Before I go on with this video, I'd like to say that yes, I am a feminist. But before you turn the video off, let me explain to you what feminist is versus what society makes feminism out to be. According to Google, feminism is the advocacy of women's rights on the grounds of political, social, and economic equality to men. That's it. That's basically feminism. It's about equal rights and realizing that women's rights aren't quite up to par with men's rights and why we should fix that. That's basically what the feminism movement is, but there are a lot of people who have other ideas, and that's mostly because society has made feminism out to be something that it's really not. I've talked to a lot of people who thought that feminism was more about hating men, but that kind of has its own other separate definition, which is feminazi. And then of course there's also the term equalist that a lot of people identify with, which, while it is also about having equal rights, it doesn't really point out where the problem is. It's just a general term for equal rights for everybody. If you identify with any of these or none of these, it's totally fine. You have a right to your own opinion, and that's totally cool, and I'm not trying to tell you that you should be a feminist or anything. This video is more informational about telling you what the movement is, so more people will kind of understand it. Because I think that's where a lot of the problem is. It's not that there aren't enough feminists, it's that there are too many people who look down on feminists because they don't know exactly what a feminist is. And that's, again, that's society's fault. That's not your fault if you thought that way. I'd also like to state that I'm not like an expert on feminism or anything. This is just some knowledge I've gathered from personal experience and also some of the research that I've done on these topics. So if you want to know a little more about what I'm talking about, I suggest you do some research of your own. Because like I said, I'm not an expert or anything. Feminism is more or less about being equal to men. It's about women getting paid as much as men do. It's about a woman's right to her own body and the right to say no. It's about being able to walk around without getting hooped and hollered at by some guy just because he wants to sleep with her and then getting called a bitch for either standing up to him or ignoring him. It's also about stressing that no, she wasn't asking for it and it wasn't her fault. You know what I'm talking about. I'll stress this again, I'm not trying to tell you to be a feminist. You should have whatever opinions you want and you should identify as whatever you want. But before you go around hating on another feminist, just please understand what the movement is and not what society thinks it is and tells you it is, because the two are very, very different. All a feminist wants is for women to be equal to men. That's the basic gist of the movement. I know that whenever I graduate college and I go into the workforce, I'd like to be paid as much as a man for the same job. I'd like to know what you think about this. All of it. What your opinions are, what your thoughts are. Go ahead and leave a comment down below and let's get a discussion going, because I'm curious to see other people's opinions and ideas on this topic. Thanks for listening, and I'll see you next week. Bye.